Ta-da! We got the bounce. Wow, 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 wow. Bounce. We jumping around. We got the bounce. Wow, 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 wow. Bounce. We jumping around. Sha-la-la-la-la, I'm a nut. Sha-la-la-la-la, I'm a shine. Sha-la-la-la-la, take a nut. Sha-la-la-la-la, let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Cali, aka Cali's Jams, and today we are taking a turn back to the music synopsis realm. These are types of videos that I dedicate to artists that I not only love and cherish, but also inspire me beyond expression. The first one I did was Lana Del Rey's recent album, which covered tracks 1 through 9. And by the way, don't worry, Part 2 is coming. As for this one, however, we are going to do an in-depth synopsis of Lee Taeyong's first mini-album called Shalala. If you are watching this because you like K-pop or like Taeyong's work, skip to this time frame. If you are watching this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, let me educate you. Lee Taeyong is the lead rapper and singer for a K-pop group called NCT 127. They debuted around 2016 with their hit single Fire Truck, in which I was one of the first people to check out this group. After this release, I began to discover each of the members and their qualities, quirks, etc. And Taeyong stuck out to me the most. And after 6 years of anticipation, his first solo album Shalala was released on June 6th, 2023. Now, I know what you're thinking, Cali, this is an attractive looking K-pop idol, and we get it, you have a celebrity crush on him. And yes, that part is true, and seeing him in person definitely proved that theory. But hear me out. Let me explain. From the beginning, I knew that Taeyong was going to be one of the most successful K-pop musicians in today's culture and music genre. And it was not just due to his looks, but mainly his dancing, rapping, and singing. So this video is not to necessarily state attraction or physical appearance, but rather the talent, skills, and effort Taeyong put into this record. Therefore, it is time we dive deep into Shalala. For context, I will be breaking each track down by giving my own thoughts, opinions, commentary, and possible theories as to how Taeyong made this album come to life. Since this record is mostly in Korean, I will be using translations to help interpret the song's message and theme. It may not be entirely accurate because it's Google for crying out loud, but it's going to give us a general sense of what each track is trying to convey. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hear about Shalala. Feel free to pause the video right here to get your favorite snacks, beverages, or maybe take a quick dance break to learn the Shalala choreo. I'm just kidding. Okay. Alright, you ready? Here we go.
Lay low, lay low, lay low. Baby, keep it low, okay? We got the
Track 1, Shalala, the title track. This track is the perfect opening song. It's got elements of making you feel hype, confident, and positive about yourself, which that's Taeyong for you, and he's very good at doing so when you listen to his music.
Whoa!
The verse begins with a big hit hat and a one-note instrument that begins the song, and instantly you can notice how Taeyong is starting off this record with a poised dialect, as he states in verse 1. Different fit, I just do me, Won the game of life at birth, just look at my drip, Didn't even notice, I'm already on the top. Following my mind, I just do what I do. Left and right, we love to bounce. Got that spice thing, so what's next? For me, listening to his craft and getting to know him through the various sources of content NCT 127 produces, he is naturally a guy that has good character. It is indeed shown through his talents, persistence, and leadership, and Shalala is proof of those attributes. The more I kept hearing this song, I kept bopping my head as the beats got more hip-hop-like, and then the chorus. We got the bounce.
We got the bounce. Wow, 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 wow. Bounce. We jumping around. We got the bounce. Wow, 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 wow. Bounce. We jumping around. Shalala la la, I'm a nut. Shalala la la, I'm a shiner. Shalala la la, take a nut. Shalala la la. Let's go.
Isn't that chorus catchy? No wonder why his music video blew up and everyone is learning how to do the dance. I can't do it though. I can't dance. Anyways, one of the things I began to notice as the song progressed was how oddly cinematic it was. It went from the second verse being like the first verse, and then you hear a sudden change of key with Taeyong's iconic line.
Teach me how to ducky.
The chorus then repeats, and suddenly the tempo starts to slow down as the bridge comes to light with these lyrics. Cash it out. Camera flashing. Peep my tweed jacket, it's my fashion. Catwalk. Hot off the runways. Nah, I ain't trippin'. I'm just swaggin'. Then the most prominent parts that I absolutely love.
Lay low, lay low, lay low. Baby, keep it low, okay? Lay low, lay low, lay low. 아니 싶은 좋지.
Like, damn! Taeyong was really cooking in that studio. With these notions about Shalala, I could gather that the song is a classic feel-good type of song. It is meant to motivate you and make you feel like you're the shit. Like no one is stopping you, no one is breaking you, only you can determine your future, your passion, and your drive. And Taeyong for sure provoked those emotions, so I use this song as a reminder to stay confident. Track 2, Gwando. Gwando is one of those songs that took me by surprise because it is the most vulnerable song on the album. The reason why I believe this is the lyrics alone and Taeyong's commentary behind the track. In his 13-minute video, or documentary I should say, Taeyong stated how he wrote this song back in 2021 with Royal Dive, in which a close friend of his was going through a gloomful period of time, hence the birth of Gwando. It is interesting to see how that was the story behind this song, because it sounds more bright and lighthearted, but once we see the lyrics, the depression stands out more. So let's take a look at the lyrics so we can see what Taeyong is singing. Some of the phrases in the chorus states, "Just quit now, better quit," which is the Gwando part of the song. Then a few phrases in verse 2 says, "Let's say goodbye, even the conversations I had with you. Even if you say I like you, I can save you. Yes. Even more than my ex." I'm sorry, what? An ex? Oh my god. Yes, an ex. Whether that may be a close friend of Royal Dive or Taeyong's ex, this is a song meant to move on and heal from where you have left. Nonetheless, I found this to be a very exposed and sensitive song, but it also helps you move along the way as you heal from something that once hurt you, especially this part where Taeyong sings, "I don't want you. I don't need you. I really don't want to be sick again. I will forget everything about you. I don't love you." It's quite powerful to hear those words indeed, but that is the essence of Gwando.
I can go more than down, no? Yeah, no. Yeah, I can do more than no?
Track 3, Move Mood Mode. One thing you gotta know about the K-pop genre and K-pop artists is that every comeback or album that they produce consists of tracks that have cutesy songs, and Move Mood Mode is a prime example of that. When I first heard this song, I thought back to Taeyong's song Love de Luna that featured Punch. I also thought back to his single Love Theory with Weinstein due to its lovey-dovey elements. So if Love de Luna and Love Theory had a child, Move Mood Mode would be it. It is interesting to see how it went from Shalala, a confident hip-hop song, to Gwando, a heartbreak coming-of-age track, to a song like Move Mood Mode. I would expect it to be the other way around, but this is how Taeyong and his producers wanted to structure it, so there has to be an answer as to why, right? Well, I have the answer for that, and it's simple. This song is meant to find something anew that you begin to love deeply, whether that may be falling in love, finding a new skill that you become passionate about, or discovering a new thing you will cherish. Regardless, that is the vibe of this track. As it is stated in the following lyrics, the whole world is beautiful. That sun shines on us. You shine on me, I shine on you. Pillow filled with sunlight. That is a romantic slice and perspective on looking at the world. This song features Wendy from Red Velvet, and to be quite honest, I was really excited to hear this collaboration. So by the time it was her turn to sing, I was in awe.
Falling in love, you, yeah, driving me insane, you bring me a heart attack, you wake me up every time. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Her voice matched the theme and aesthetic in Move Mood mode perfectly, and when correlating that to Taeyong's voice, it's ear candy. So when you hear this track, don't be hesitant to smile. It is meant to make you feel that way, and also thankful, happy, and dreamy. So now, let's keep going further into this album with the next track, Virtual Insanity.
Do you hear that? Yeah. Did you feel that? Yeah. Virtual insanity. Let's go.
Track 4, Virtual Insanity. Virtual Insanity is a popular one among the N-Citizen community and Taeyong fans alike. I think this is because it has that NCT 127 formula, where there is a noisy beat with a distinctive instrument being the melody, and then there's an intro of a K-pop idol introducing the song. And throughout the course of Taeyong's music career, we hear him a lot in introductory parts of 127 or NCT U songs.
Can't you see now? NCT in the house. 많은 져버려. Yeah, Simon says. Hey, you're realistic.
This track is a song that keeps one's juices and energies flowing. As Taeyong said, "My flow never slow, water hydro." This song is also kind of comical in some aspects, as the lyrics match the virtual and technology parts very literally. The bridge actually proves that, which states, "Yeah, feeling a little tipsy. I'm feeling like I'm Michael. Yeah, ate that heavenly peach, feeling like I'm Goku. No one can be like me. I raise my combat power more. People say, who's that guy? Yeah?" I'm sorry, but that part in particular makes me giggle because it reminds me of his funny vlogs where he would get tipsy in the Goku lyric. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? But who knows, maybe he was just really feeling it in the studio. Regardless, I can't help but think to myself why this song is super catchy and impactful, and I believe it's because of the sounds that come within this track. It matches and envisions what Virtual Insanity might be like, which got me thinking back to the bridge where Taeyong mentions how he's feeling tipsy. And from simple observation and personal perspective, alcohol can make you feel like you're on top of the world sometimes. And then if you mix it with technology, tipsiness can lead to some bold statements. And same thing with drugs or other substances. And whether that is good or bad, I think we can all relate to that tipsy, proud feeling. And for Taeyong, we get to see that in this track. Track 5, Ruby. Out of all the tracks in Shalala, Ruby is my favorite one. It encapsulates a sense of comfort, elation, and pride for someone you love. To go back to the 13-minute documentary about Shalala, the title name for this track was inspired by Taeyong's dog, Ruby, who passed away in September of 2020. After her passing, Taeyong said how he wrote this song and how she was a pet that he believed was always there for him. He further stated that during his training days of becoming a K-pop idol, Ruby got sick over time, and he began to realize how much he regretted not spending enough time with her, and thus, the song Ruby was written and it blossomed beautifully into this album. From a listener's perspective, I realized how much Taeyong loved Ruby, but also how the song captured that feeling of how you're not alone, and that you are comforted, and you are being loved by somebody. The chorus truly grabbed my attention most of all, as Taeyong's vocals and synths were so compelling and angelic. It literally felt like as if I got a hug from somebody. It was that meaningful to me. Now, as I have listened to this song over and over again, I began to notice how this song felt more than just dedicating a song to your beloved pet. So then I went back into the 13-minute documentary in which Taeyong stated more about Ruby with this clip.
단순히 반려견한테 쓰는 곡이 아닌 인생의 친구 혹은 동반자 뭔가 그러한 대상을 향해서 썼던 곡이었던 것 같아요. 그래서 그때 당시에 루비가 없었더라면은 조금 더 엇나갔었을 것 같다라는 생각이 좀 많이 들기는 해요. 그래서 내가 가지고 있는 것들을 좀 지켜줬던 게 루비지 않았을까라는 생각을 하고 있고, 그래서 제가 이렇게 곡을 쓰고 감정을 표현하고 이런 것들이 좀 가능하게 됐던 것 같아요. 어렸을 때 힘들었을 때 옆에서 지켜줬던 친구 같은 존재를 향해서 썼던 곡이에요.
So yes, this song is about Ruby the dog, but also how Ruby is a symbol of a friend who has seen everything that you have done. In other words, a friend that has seen it all, from your lowest to your highest. Ruby is that friend who has been a witness. For that reason alone, I teared up, and I reminded myself on how precious life can be with the people you surround yourself with. And to that one person, that lifelong friend, that partner, that soulmate, that's Ruby. Your Ruby. Your light, and your reason to keep going.
루비야, 오빠 갈게. 루비 오빠 갈게. 루비야.
Even if you can find me, 난 너 곁에 있지. 너무 걱정하지 말고 넌 괜찮을 거야. 넌 괜찮을 거야. 모두 괜찮을 거야.
Track 6. 404 File Not Found. This track, to me, is a part 2 to Ruby. It has the same key, similar instruments, and vocal tones. The only difference, however, is the song's message and what it means for us as listeners. I vividly remember when I still had Bubble and was subscribed to Taeyong's messages for a while. One afternoon, I got a bunch of messages from him describing how he was working on a song that was for his fans. Of course, I got very excited but waited patiently to see what he would bring. Then Shalala came out and I completely forgot about this message. But once I listened to this track, that memory hit me like a brick. So to head back to the documentary once again, I'm sorry, I promise this is the last time I'll reference this. Taeyong stated how he wrote this song during the promotion of Kick It, which iconic era by the way. Although Kick It was a phenomenal era and gained over 100 million views on YouTube and Spotify, this was a really dark time for Taeyong, hence why he wrote this song. But how does this track tie into the purpose for us as fans? Well, if we look at the lyrics, we notice how Taeyong says, "Even if you can't find me, I'm always there for you. Don't worry too much, you're going to be fine." To these lyrics, "From the depths of your inner self to the brightest place in the world, I'll be with you." Those lyrics are very assuring and sweet, and it is as if Taeyong is writing a letter to us. And if you think I'm lying, he stated in the documentary how this song is meant to comfort us and find confidence in ourselves. Now, you better grab some tissues for this next part, because this is where it drives home the point as to how this track is meant for us and other Taeyong fans. You're not alone. Many stars looking down at you. They are all you need, because you share the joy. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to follow. I'll be that black star, even if I'm not in your life. I'm gonna keep shining on you. Even though Taeyong wrote this during a really depressive time in his life, he was thinking on what he could do to help himself and others such as us. And he confessed multiple times throughout the song about how he hates himself, how he's scared, insecure, and awkward at times. And you can clearly hear that as he uses those negative thoughts as a metaphor towards the 404 file not being found. And if you still do not notice, listen to how he projects his voice each time the chorus hits. He screams it. Not just sings it, screams it. That's a clear hint of how much he was hurting. But amidst the pain, he's present and there for us through his music. Especially writing this track, because I truly could not believe how lovely the message was. It gives out kindness in its purest form, and the authenticity of Taeyong. All in all, this track is super exquisite, especially that guitar solo. It gives me chills every time.
날 모두 것을 내게 전부 주 That's right, yeah. Back to the past, back to the past.
Track 7, Back to the Past. Back to the Past is the last track of Shalala. I feel like after listening to 404 File Not Found, Taeyong wrote this song to give you kind of a breather, to relax and chill for a little bit. It's got cutesy elements similar to Move Mood Mode, but is reflective in some ways. Some of the lyrics are also very positive and can be a guide to make you have an open perspective on topics such as equality, cabin fever, living a healthy lifestyle, setting goals for yourself, and trying to get through the path of growing up. But how does this all connect going back to the past? Simple. All of these topics that I just mentioned are a way for you to do and to use throughout your life in order for you to improve. And you can use the past as a reference point, a way to refine or replace what you have, whether that may be your friends, family, life experiences, etc. The past is there permanently, and Taeyong proved that with these lyrics. Let's go your way with me. Don't regret more. Let's not get entangled more. Look at me, Mom and Dad. Life is too short. No need to rush. That's why I am. That's why I can be me. Let's go back to the past. Do you see what I'm trying to connect here? Back to the past is meant for a way to reflect yourself and reflect on your life experiences and how to improve yourself. And then once the song ends, it perfectly transitions back into Shalala, a constant cycle, a loop of sorts, for you to remind yourself that you'll go through ups and downs in life, but you'll still blossom and be a beautiful person inside and out.
Let's back to the past.
So, we have come to the conclusion. We have reached the end of the synopsis of Shalala. Thank you all so much for watching, and to the people who watched this entire video, thank you. I worked really hard in putting this video together. Now is the time for you to share your thoughts, so feel free to comment below about your opinions on this album, constructive criticism, or just letting me know what you think of this synopsis video. Also, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this and other content pertaining to music, K-pop, and random IRL content. As for me, I am heading out, so take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to Shalala. Okay, bye.